Today we're going to go over how to create a image representing the document for your stranger offer or a video thumbnail. So first I'm going to show you how to create a document cover or image that you'll use in your stranger offer. And let's use my stranger offer landing page as an example. So in our last video, we talked about how to create this top header banner. What we're now going to do is create the image for our document representation. This actually is the image that is the first cover page for my stranger offer. You'll want to create some sort of representation for you as well. If you're doing a video, you'll just want to stay tuned and I'll show you how to do a thumbnail for your video so that it shows up here when you have a representation of the video as the stranger offer. All right, so what we want to do here is we want to actually just create what's called an A4 document. So you want to select an A4 document. And you'll get all of these templates from Canva that you can use, and I actually like their templates, so I don't think that there's any reason for you to redesign your own template. So, and we're going to use the same image either of yourself or the image that you used in the banner or something that's complementary to that. So I kind of like this because we are an image-based business. So we're just going to do that, and so what I did, let me just make sure you guys saw that again. Since an A4 is an actual document, when you select the templates, what it does is it gives you options based on what type of where you are in the document creation. Are you creating a cover or are you creating supporting pages in the document? And all we're doing in this lesson is creating a cover page. So I selected this one with the big image on the top and some text on the bottom. That's the one that I selected. And there's 3 supporting pages in here. So we're going to select it, and then it's asking me which one do I want to start with. We're going to select that cover page. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing here. Now, we can use the same image that we used in the banner. I like consistency, or we can use an image of yourself, right? Normally my documents either have a stock photo or they have some image of me on them, because again, I am the person who's representing the business. So if you want to do a stock photo, you could drop in, like, these are kind of complementary images. Even if you don't want to use the same one that's in the banner, we use this one for the banner. We could use this one for the document cover. And there you go. So still there's the destination. You can tell that they're getting married. Her head's kind of cut off, so we want to crop it again. So let's make sure you understand how we get to cropping. So we've dropped the image in here. Now we want to crop it. You just highlight the image and select crop, and then we can move it around just a little bit. You know, maybe put them right to the edge so we can see the rocks. Or you could center them, because there's plenty of real estate for you to kind of move it around. But I kind of like it a little bit off center. Click done. You see her head is still being cut off. So let's fix that. And that's the way that this, I'm going to need to expand this just a little bit so her head's not cut off. I'm going to highlight this particular, the way that this particular image is. There we go. Got to be able to see the edges here. So you see how those edges are kind of off the paper. So if I bring them in a little bit, I can see that now I can get their head in, which is what I want to do. All right, so I'm going to expand this just a little bit so we can see the whole picture. But that's great. That's a great document cover. And then I'm going to change this to, 7. I'm going to call that, I'm going to call that, what, 7. what did we call this? 7 plans. I don't even remember what we called our other document, but I'm going to go back to see what the designs were for this, and let's refresh because I think my design is missing. Oh, there it is. 7 steps to planning your destination wedding. So that's what we want to do, is make sure it's consistent. So 7 steps. So I'm actually going to want that to be the smaller text. So we're going to put it right there and do 7 steps to planning your, make this one, make that say destination, and then this one is going to say wedding. Okay, so you see how this one is also wrapping. We want to make that large enough. This actually, we're going to need to change. I'm going to ungroup these so that I can mess with the text directly. It looks like that has 2 boxes, so we're going to delete that one. Here, okay, so now that's better. So I can, but you see how that's kind of spaced far apart? I kind of want destination and wedding to be closer together. So what you can do is you can control the line, the space between the words, and that's called line height. So if I decrease that, you see how wedding is coming in closer. And I like the way that that looks. This 7 steps is too small to read. It's 15 fonts. I'm going to enlarge it. I think 24 should do just fine. I'm taking this and making it longer so that it'll do there. And I think that's good. Here, this is who it's by, and this is going to be from Sugar Travel Company, but nobody can see that, so we're going to also enlarge that as well. Make that 8. Put that at the bottom and just correct any spelling. So now I have a cover for my, you can bold this, you can change the font, you can do whatever you want, right? I didn't do anything fancy. This one doesn't look like it has a bold option because it's not available, but we could change the font to something else. Let's say we wanted to do this play font, right? I don't necessarily like that, but you get the idea that you can do whichever font you choose, kind of like this heavy one. Yes, so again, I'm wrapping, so I'm just going to expand that out just a bit. All right, you can change the color of the font as well. Let's say you want this to actually extend the length of destination. You can highlight it, go to spacing, and then do letter spacing, and you see how that will make it wider here. So we're gonna select spacing and just have it go straight to destination. So 7 steps of here. You could also do this wedding one as well. I think it'll do it without doing the whole thing. No, it actually will do, because it's one element, but that's fine. So this is it. So now you've got it. Let's change the color. I want the pink for sure on the documents. So I'm going to get my pink like I wanted, right? So there you go. Now you've created a document cover, and you'll be able to use this image on your landing page in this space when we get ready to use it. So now you've got your 2 images that you need, which is your banner. We've designed your banner, and now we've also designed the document representation. So again, you can put anything that you want on this cover page. You'll also want to use this cover page in the document itself when you create the document. So if you're using PowerPoint or Canva, you want to make sure that you use the same cover page. Again, you want to keep that consistency throughout. All right, this concludes the document cover type. Now we're going to create a thumbnail, and a thumbnail for your video in case you have a video. So let's say you're not creating a document, you're creating a video for your stranger offer.